Now that we understand how to move with posture and we've done it without weight, kettlebells is about lifting weight. So we are going to try a movement we call the straight leg deadlift, which is exactly what we did, only this time we're going to do it with a weight. Ready? All right. So we're going to start with the weight in between our feet. Our chest is going to be nice and tall. We're going to have our attention stance. Now to pick up the weight, the easiest way to pick up the weight is to bend your knees and squat and pick it up. Back nice and straight. Chest nice and tall. Good. So now the weight is in between your legs. Both your hands are on the weight. You're going to keep the weight as close to your body as you can. You're going to start with your chest at attention. So squeeze those shoulders back. Lift the chest nice and tall. And just like we did before, you're going to push your butt backwards, grounding into the floor. Chest goes forward, lowering down. Good. And then you're going to squeeze your hips as you drive yourself back up with an exhale. Good. Take a breath. Inhale tight. Squeeze yourself down. Moving with tension. Your full body is tight. Exhale. Drive everything back up. One more, guys. Hips go back. Chest nice and tall. Neutral spine. Drive the hips back up. Beautiful. Okay, and then we're going to put it down using our squat stance. Excellent. That's what we call a straight leg deadlift. It's an easy exercise to do. It's a beginner exercise, but whether you're moving up in a kettlebell weight or whether you're just starting out, it's something that you want to do. It will help you understand if you have the range and the flexibility and the strength to do the other exercises safely and correctly. So I'm going to give you guys a couple of variations on the straight-legged deadlift. You guys are going to face the front. We're going to do our first variation where we do that straight-legged deadlift, 2 feet on the floor, but we're just going to have one hand on the weight. So we're going to start with our one hand on the weight. We're going to drive it up, chest nice and tall. Everything stays the same. Inhale, we're going to go down. Exhale, we're going to drive our hips up. Good, one more time. Inhale, neutral spine, chest nice and tall. Exhale, drive it up. One more time. And exhale and drive it up. Excellent, give it a rest. The next exercise we're going to do is called a traditional deadlift. Now, the deadlift is the easiest and safest way to pick up the kettlebell. It's the easiest and safest way to pick up anything, to tell you the truth, but we're dealing with kettlebells, so that's what we're going to focus on today. To do a traditional deadlift, you need to have your feet shoulder width or wider. Remember, we're going down, so the wider your legs are, the easier it will be to get down to the floor. To a certain degree, don't go too wide, just a little bit wider than your shoulders. Your heels are firmly grounded on the floor. You're going to flex and get that tension in your legs. With that tension in your legs, you're going to squeeze yourself down. Back stays nice and straight. Chest stays tall. You're going to grab that weight. Now, before you lift up, I want you to squeeze and get tight in your butt, in your core, in your back. And now you're going to drive the weight up using the strength in your hips. Good. You're going to inhale and squeeze yourself down. You're going to exhale and squeeze yourself back up. Good. One more. Inhale, squeeze yourself down. Exhale, squeeze yourself back up. Good. Put it down. Now you notice that when they put it down, they're actually doing a deadlift. So I want you guys to make a habit of whenever you're picking up, moving a kettlebell, moving to the other room, getting ready for a new exercise, this is the movement that you're going to use. It's called a deadlift, but it's also called picking things up safely. And this is one of the big advantages of kettlebell training, is that they help reinforce safe movements so you never get hurt no matter what it is that you're doing. The next exercise we're going to do is a one-leg deadlift. So don't get intimidated or confused by the fact that we're on one leg. The reason for the one-legged deadlift is that it really helps reinforce your body's ability to ground. Now, I know standing on one leg, the first thought you're going to have is about balance. How well can I balance on one leg? And I'm not going to tell you that that's not part of the exercise, but as a movement, what standing on one leg does is it helps your body correct imbalances. So if you, for example, had an injury in one ankle and you find that one leg is stronger than the other, or you find you have tightness on one side of your back as opposed to the other, doing a movement on one leg can help your body correct those imbalances, because now your body can't share the weight between the two legs. You've changed the pattern. You're going to force that area of the body which is healed to work and strengthen itself. So it's a very useful and handy exercise. So here's how you do it. So you've got to keep in mind all of the things we talked about already. Posture tall, posture nice and tall, chest nice and straight. Inhale, get tight through the belly. So when we start, so David's going to do his with one kettlebell. Candace is going to do hers with 2. David is going to start from the up position, and first thing he's going to do, he's going to ground himself into the opposite leg from whatever hand the kettlebell is in. Candace is going to use her tension and lower herself down and grab both of those weights. Right? So Candace is going to get down, and David is going to lower himself down. Now, notice how hard, notice the straight back position we have. We still have our neutral spine. His leg is a counterbalance to his upper body as he drives himself up and down. Candace is going to have to work a little bit harder. It's the exact same exercise. She's just loaded herself with 2 weights instead of 1. But she's still moving with posture, allowing that leg to do all of the work. The work is coming from the hips. The posture is coming from the back. This is what we call a tension exercise. So you're going to be tight through the whole body. The more flexing you have, the more stable you will be, the easier it will be for you to move, the more weight you'll be able to move. One more, guys. And drive it up. Good. And then use your deadlift to put it down. Excellent. That's a one-legged deadlift. Very useful exercise.